So,
It says
yep.
recording in progress for
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I think it's recording now. I,
Perfect.
hopefully, it's recording. Yes, recording. So, hello, everybody. I'm with Olivia Boone here. So, Olivia, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into running.
Um, well, I grew up in Pulaski County, Virginia, which right now I'm currently living in Blacksburg, Virginia. So it's like 30 minutes from here. I lived in a little small town on a little farm. I'm an only child, and I just kind of started running around the farm, I think, with the farm animals and helping out my parents. And then my parents just kind of threw me into all kinds of sports, but specifically soccer. And soccer is kind of how I started figuring out. I kind of felt like I was always just too speedy, but I didn't really have the ball skills. So it was like I was fast enough to get around people, but I didn't have the ball skills to. So it kind of worked out in my favor to where I was able to kind of help out until like probably closer to high school. Or I guess it was middle school. I wanted to take a break from soccer, and someone told me I should do track. And so I started running on like the 4x1 relays and I did the hurdles. I did not do mid distance at all. And I thought it was cool. I didn't even know cross country existed. So I started really in middle school, but really got to understand running in high school my freshman year when my coach, Sirac Agabagabir, it's a long last name, um, he pulled me aside and kind of showed me that I'm a mid distance runner and started putting me into cross country and just kind of threw me in there. And I was like, okay, I'll just do this and run, the 100 meter and 200 meters in track. I don't really have to do cross country. Um, but it started to slowly change and I started to find a love and passion for the longer stuff. And that's kind of where I grew.
That's fun. So what age were you when you first started running, like for like track and field wise?
Um, it was middle school. I would say the first time I did it was the seventh grade. So was I 14, 13? I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Something around there.
Yeah. Um, the what's your favorite distance to run, to race?
The 1500 now, back then when I was younger or in high school, it was definitely like the 400, 200, and then the 800. But I got out of the mile like every time, or the 2 mile. And now I'm like, I love the mile. So it's just funny because my high school coach always told me, you always like move up as you get older. And I just never believed him until college.
So is the 1500 the farthest you race, or do you ever do like the 5K, 10K?
I've ran cross country like since high school, so that was a 5K, and then in college it's 6K. So that's kind of the longest I've ran in a race wise. But obviously workouts we've done like a lot longer. But for my first time this outdoors, I'll do a 5K, probably just to like as a workout. So it'll be my first 5K like on a track. So it'll be different but fun.
So when is that gonna be?
When or
Yeah. When?
I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be late April. We're kind of doing a slower approach of a build right now since USA's is in August.
Um, so what's your main goal for this season?
My main goal, it's kind of been like a year main goal has been honestly adapting to Ben Thomas's training and staying consistent with it because this is my second year really just being healthy and able to do like all the training. I had some injuries through college. So I think that's like my biggest goal that I really try to stick to and not kind of get caught up in winning certain things. But another big goal of mine is to make USA's and to make into the final. And to get there, I think that takes my first goal, which is being able to do every small thing and really taking the recovery like on high. So
Yeah, that's definitely something I need to learn better at recovery. I'm not the best with recovery.
Yeah, honestly, over the years, I thought in college you had to do everything and all like this, like hard work is important. But I was just talking to my PT yesterday about, we were just saying how the motto now has kind of changed, that it's really like rest, eat, sleep. It's not like you got to just work hard every single day like you do, but you really have to recover. And so, like me and my partner really strive to emphasize that with sleep and really just trying to rest because I always do too much. So, trying to do less.
Um, so what's your current time in the 1500?
In the, what'd you say? Sorry.
What's your current time in the 1500? Like,
Oh,
what's
my
your
current time 1500. Well, last outdoors, I just finished my collegiate career at OSU, Oklahoma State, and I finished in the summer with 414, which was like decent, but I definitely wanted to be below 410. My mile time this indoors was a really big PR. It converted it to 409. Or like that was the split that I ran through, and then finished in the mile. So I would say 414 for now, but my mile time says differently. So I'm excited to like put that better on actually paper. So and cut that down.
Oh, so you graduated from college already?
So yes and no. I finished my undergrad at VT in 2023, and then I decided to use my fifth year for COVID at Oklahoma State. And so I transferred for my last year of college eligibility, but I started my master's there. So it's online. So I'm doing that now. My goal was to have like an online education continuing through while I run pro so I could live wherever. Because I was actually supposed to move to Flagstaff and then ended up moving here. And I'm very thankful for how everything turned out. So, yeah, I'm just doing my master's in public health and I'll graduate this December 2025.
That's exciting.
Mhm.
So what's it like running pro now?
What is what? Sorry.
What's it like running
Oh,
pro?
um, honestly, I mean, it is like honestly the same being in a college team. And then also it's not because you're kind of really more individualized than even on a college team for individual races. I feel like you have a training group, and then also a lot of people in the pro world don't. So I feel like it really just is up to you and your passion, your belief of why you're doing what you're doing, especially if you're unsponsored. Like I have a small sponsor with Pro Bike and Run, which I'm very fortunate for and blessed with. But really, I'm been unsponsored for a while, and I honestly like that approach because I don't really have to get caught up in like the pressure of feeling like I have to do this. It's more of like I want to do this and it's a choice that I make every day. Even like this morning when I didn't want to get up and do part of my run or my steady, after I'm like, I'm glad I got that in because it's important. And I think I've just really gathered a lot more growth of maturity in myself with running pro, and it's only like been since like fall, so it hasn't even been that long, but I feel like I've learned a lot. And yeah, it's just been a thrill. I've enjoyed it. I've met a lot of people. The connections I had through college I still carries into my running now, and the people I see and the support I have socially on social media or just on and off the track. So, and my family lives here too, so it's very special. Yeah.
Um, do you ever get like stressed out being a pro runner now? Like, is that a stressful for you at all?
um I think honestly with life, like through every phase of life there's so many stresses that come. I think being like a pro per se, it hasn't brought like a ton of stress on me. I know that I've had like my partner's experience like a lot of stress through pro running experience for a few years, and I just started, and I feel like I've gotten to witness other people go through that so I could see how it gets stressful, but I haven't had the full experience of that fully. I think maybe in the beginning when I started this new training, I was really stressed out of, oh, like, can I actually do this? Should I be doing this? Like, is this even what I want to do? Um, but once I just stuck with it, I think, and just let the stress subside, it's been pretty great. Like, it's not perfect. Like, none of this is perfect, but it's it's going really well. So yeah, I think it hasn't been as stressful as I've witnessed other people and what their journeys have been. But I know like my trials will come to where there's certain points where I will. So, but I'll be ready for those. So, mhm.
That's good. So are you happy with how your indoor season went?
Very, I was very surprised and very blessed. Of course, I believed in myself for wanting to improve and break 4:30 in the mile, but over the years in college, I had injuries and I kind of struggled in the beginning, especially mentally for a mile. Just because, like, even in high school, like I said, I was like, no, I don't want to run the mile. I was not set on long distance. Um, and so it was honestly like bittersweet coming back here to VT when I didn't think I'd be back because I was supposed to train in Flagstaff and come back and train with Coach Thomas, who actually recruited me from VT, and just like a full circle. And then also just improving like so much more than I ever have in college. So it was amazing. So I'm very excited for outdoors, but didn't want to take it too high, but I was really, really blessed with what's happened. And, his training is all about like surprising you. And I think it really has, especially mentally. So, mhm.
Do you have a favorite race that you did either this year or any past years while in college or high
um,
school?
favorite races. I definitely have a few. I would say like this indoors running for 28 was such a milestone for me. So that's kind of a bigger one in the picture now. Um, honestly, what could not really be close to it would be probably in high school when my senior year, my coach had me run the 400, the 800, and the mile at states, and I did a triple and won all three. Um, it was in 4A and it was so much fun, but also I remember that day was kind of just like really believing in myself. And I literally have like a tattoo on my arm from a Bible verse that has stuck with me for years because of that day. So that's like a really big, important day in races for me. Um, but yeah, this indoors, that mile also was pretty awesome too.
What Bible verse do you have on your arm?
It's Jeremiah 33:3. It's call upon the name of the Lord, and he shall show you great and mighty unknown things. And I feel like most of my life, that verse has stuck with me in certain points in my life where he has truly shown me things that were great and mighty in my life that I didn't expect and surprised me. And so that's been the word lately, surprised in a good way. So, yeah.
Do you think your faith has had any impact on your running?
Oh, 100%. Honestly, that's the thing that keeps me running. My faith is very much tied to my personal life, every part of my life. I strive to have it in every part of my life because it has carried me so far in each one and has humbled me and made me very grateful for the life I have. And it honestly is what made me decide to keep going and run pro, even though in college, I had a great career, but it wasn't what I had hoped it was when I came out of high school. And so I think it just really showed me like you truly never know your full story. You have to just walk through it and go through these really tough chapters and these very high chapters and just sticking with it and what your purpose is. So yeah, it is really truly helped me. Mhm.
So you don't think that you could be where you are right now without your faith?
Correct. I don't think I always tell myself that I definitely wouldn't be where I am without my faith because it is what has given me the strength to pursue my dreams, and it has made me feel the worthy of the gifts that God has given me and pushed me to be all that I can be. If I didn't have it, I just don't think, yeah, I don't think I'd be where I am. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, I think for me, like my biggest thing is I always forget to thank God for all He has given me because all it takes is one wrong step or some little thing to happen and my running is over. So
Yeah.
like even like when my runs may not be what I want them to be, I still gotta be like, you know what? Thank you for just giving me the ability to run because there are there are a bunch of people that would love to run but just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so right about that. It really is the beauty of the gratefulness and being thankful. And I mean, every day sometimes I'm just like, thank you for letting me breathe.
Yeah.
Because like when I was growing up, I had a lot of like breathing issues. And so I think just with running, even every small little thing, I'm just like thank you. And there were moments like, yeah, it's not perfect. Your faith is like it's a roller coaster. It's how I see it. It's not this straight, perfect path. And so, there were times where you don't understand and I'm really down in myself, but also, the point of like finding joy like is the strength. So finding little things you're grateful for brings you a little bit of joy inside of gratefulness to kind of keep you going of like, oh, my life like is still a lesson, like I can get through this. It kind of gives you that motivation to keep going. So mhm.
Um, but I definitely think I would like if I wasn't a Christian and didn't believe in God, like I would say the two biggest things in my life that have gotten me through life is running and God. Like
Yeah.
especially for me, like on a hard day, going on a nice run or talking to people about God, just or go like being in my small group, just going to church sometimes, or like especially like when I'm fully paying attention to it, like I can just get something out of it and just like it can make a bad day turn good. Like there are several days I can think of that like I've had a rough day. I went for a run and it just no, the day wasn't like perfect, but it definitely made it more enjoyable.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Honestly, when I don't do my devotions or read in my Bible or I don't know, like I don't really take time with God, I honestly feel like a mess for my day. And I'm like stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I get anxious, and I'm like, oh my God, I have too many things. And once I really sit down and put that in my day, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready. I'm happy, I'm joyful. And also I'm reciting certain verses or certain things in my head that I've taken from the lesson or just worship music, which I love. It really calms me down, especially for racing. Because that stuff can get overwhelming, or certain workouts that kind of seem like, oh my gosh, like, can I do this? It's like, yeah, you can. You just gotta take a step back. And so I feel like yeah, those and also running, like going on a run, getting something done like that, the exercise, it's so good for your mind. It kind of quiets things sometimes.
So
Mhm.
do you like listen to worship music like before doing like when you on running or like pre-race music? Is that what like
All the
listen to?
time. All the time. It's my honestly my secret since high school. I love country music, grew up on that. I love hip hop, rap. I mean, Latino music, Hispanic music. I mean, I love jazz, everything, but um worship music is my all-time favorite. It just soothes my soul. So I found when I listen to that, I feel more like I'm ready for like anything. Whereas if I listen to like pump up music, it's like, yeah, I'm ready, but it's like I don't know, it's there's something different there. And I feel like I build my mind mentally for what I need to do for the workout or for that race. And so I kind of use it as like a tool preparing like you would for preparing for a workout, preparing for the race itself with warm up exercises. It's like an exercise for me in that way mentally. So yeah, all the time. I even listen in the car. I mean, it's whenever I'm down or happy, any
Mm.
type of way I'm feeling, I'm listening to it because I don't know, there's a gift about it for me that I found personally for my life. So
Do you have like a certain song that you go to or just anything?
oh, right now I love elevation worship. I'm obsessed with them. I post them all the time. So I know people see them and the pastor I watch on named Stephen Verdict, but I just went to an Elevation like concert and they came out with a few songs. I'm always up to date when they're coming up with songs. And they came up with God Did, um, and I Know a Name. And so those two are like probably my all-time favorite right now, but honestly, all the songs just have like switched back and forth throughout the years, especially when I first found them. So yeah.
Most of your training partners Christians too.
Um, I'd say yes and no. I sometimes I know a few of them might be, and I've definitely had many over my life that are not, but I love them just as the same. It honestly doesn't bother me if they are or not. I just love meeting people and I love like trying to be just a light for people. And I feel like I've met a lot of people so far in my life. I'm only 23, but one of my training partners named Rachel MacArthur, she's like amazing and I love her for who she is. And um, yeah, I love training with all different kinds of people and like Lindsay Butler too. She's an extraordinary girl and I know like she believes, but I think everyone's like at different parts of their faith and so I don't really pay attention to that. I just look at the person who they are and want to get to know them for them and hope they want the same. And so if they do, then they'll definitely hear about my faith, but I never push it on anyone. I just get excited when I talk about it. So it's cool when I do find people though that want to talk about it. And I have met many people that are not believers that, ask me questions all the time and want to know more. Um, so I love that. But yeah, never about trying to change somebody in that way. More about just blessing them. 'Cause God can take care of the rest for that if that's part of their journey. So
I also think it's crazy though. Like for me, like the first like 2 semesters ago, I went to church like every Sunday. Last semester, I was more iffy on it. This semester, I'm trying to be more consistently, and I've been less depressed. So it's like crazy though how like just going to church or being in a small group or just doing little things like that.
yeah. Yeah, I do think there's something to people coming together and connecting in that way, and with God too, him being there. He's always there, but there is something to that, and that's good that you found that for yourself because I do think a lot of people find other things when they're probably depressed, and it's not totally fulfilling. So it is good to lean toward that for sure, I think.
Um, do you like to? I'm guessing that you pray before every race.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. All the time. Sometimes I talk to God in my races all the time too. Um, yeah, because I do get really nervous and anxious sometimes, and I think a lot of runners struggle with that in confidence unless like you're on a high and you've kind of matured in the confidence part and you've obtained that, or kind of growing in it. I'm still growing in it, so I have not mastered that. Um, but yeah, I do pray all the time. It's also just because I know where it comes from. But it gives me more confidence when I do because I just feel more secured in what I'm doing when I do. If I don't, I have like prayed like sometimes before and then gone in just being so confident, cool, and calm that I don't feel like I need to talk to him in the race, but I end up always just thanking him in it or something. So I guess I'm always talking to him. Yeah.
Um, so what do you do like when you like have a race or a workout that doesn't go well usually?
Mm. That's a good question. When I guess back then in college, that was really a struggle, especially with injuries. I felt like it was like coming back for bits and pieces of college. My confidence was just so low. So when I would not do great, it was just kind of like you hit rock bottom. Like this is all I can do. Like just not confident in myself and just really trying to like get out of the hole. Now, when workouts don't go well or races, it's different. I felt like back then I used to beat myself up a lot more. Now it's like I just get more angry or mad, like, okay, I know I can do better and what do I need to do better at? And I do get emotional, but thankfully I have like my partner here who will like walk through, okay, what could you've done better? What are like the key things you took from it? Like three things, and like that's it. And once I started doing that, I feel like that changed my perspective of, okay, it's just like a learning like curve kind of. I'm just like learning what I need to do and I'm always going to keep learning and growing. And even with races too, like if it doesn't go well, like I have my emotions for a day or two and then I already know what I want to do and then I next time just do it better. And that's just all I think about. What I'm going to do better, what I'm going to change, and then I make those changes. I don't like just sit on it because I think if sitting on it, you're just like not making, you're not really helping yourself. At least what I think because I used to do that and it's not a good tool to use. So,
Yeah, because I think for me, like, what during a race, like if I like, this is the problem. Like I've had so much during races where like I like come through a split at a certain time, and if it's a time I don't like, then I'm like, well, the race is over, basically, pretty much. Like might as well just quit now because there's no point of trying. When in
mm-hmm,
fact, more than likely, unless I'm literally at the end, I still have time to make it up. And
right.
even if I don't do the time I want, I'm still helping the team. So which is something that I kind of because I remember this one race where like I was trying to go off my high school score record, which was like think at the time it was like 17-17. I was on pace for the first little bit, and it was not my favorite course that we raced at, and I've done this course so many times, and for some reason I still and even though they said to be on the I think on the left side of the cones, I guess I just wasn't listening or something. I went the wrong way, and I was like and I was like, wait, this is not the right way. So then I turned
Oh,
back around. It's like, and then I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? And then I remember like thinking like, oh, maybe I could, but it's like, wait, no, I'm not. So I kind of mentally just gave up. And that's just a
mm,
trend of mine. Where like I do is I have so many stories like that. Where like not so much where I go the wrong way, but more of, like a pace is off by how long, and then I'm just like, well, why try? And I gotta be like, well, keep going and don't stop because like even like that race, I think I've ended up bringing like 18-0 something. I think so. It's like even if I don't get what I want, I'm still gonna get a decent time as long as I don't mentally give up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, there is something to that because I think back then I was really like stuck on splits and some like this year running my first like few pro races as a workout and then actual races, I was very nervous about the splits because I was really set on hitting them and I wanted to look professional, not look like I'm just going balls to the walls and then dying. Even though like pros do that and they succeed, and sometimes they fail, and that's part of learning. But I just really wanted to hit everything perfectly, but I knew that wasn't really the case. And so in the 3K, I think I started going backwards. And like back then in college, I feel like if I didn't see the right split, like you said, I feel like that happens to a lot of people. You want to start to go backwards, or you try to fight harder, and then like your body's not moving, and you just go backwards. And that race, like when I saw it, I almost panicked, but I just kind of was like, no, like this is the pace I'm going to go, and then I'm going to cut down. And I just kind of like trusted because the race was long. I've never ran that many laps on the indoor track. And I just had to trust the process of it. And like then I started picking it up toward the end, but I didn't let it like panic in my mind. Because when you do that, I feel like, yeah, your mind, like it's this game, this like racing and running, it's like 90% mental or 80%. Like the rest is physical, but it is all mental. So like you want your mind to be calm and peaceful because if it is, your body is calm and peaceful. Then it can be relaxed to run the pace you want to run, you know. But it is tough. It's a mental game. Yeah, it's really about pushing through that. Yeah.
And that's something I think what I like about what I both love and hate about our sport is that it is mostly mental. So
Hmm.
like if you like give up easily, this our sport is not what you should be doing. It's like even though it is very physical, especially like on the like elite level, like it's very like you have to have that natural speed in you or you will not get very far. But it also is. But I would say that the more pro like the top elite ones, the more probably could be leaning more towards the more physical side. But like I would say like the regular runner or like the semi pro, I guess, or like the medium people would be more of a lot higher towards the middle side than the other side.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I mean, people, I think like yes and no. I've seen like some just like hobby joggy runners, I guess, or I don't know the term, but they're just kind of chilling. Yeah, they're not really like mentally, they're just kind of doing it for fun and doing it just to feel good. And then I've seen some of them that are just like really hardcore and like they're doing these races and like I guess they are semi-pro, but not really. And like they're honestly they kind of push me. I'm like, dang, I need to be doing that. Like, why am I not doing this or like this workout or like being this mentally like tough? Honestly, they all inspire me. Yeah, I feel like I've seen so many different realms of runners, and everyone I meet, I'm just always shocked by something I can take away from them. So.
So speaking of inspiring, what are there any like athletes or people that inspire you to do what you do?
I mean, there definitely was a lot. I feel like a few people when I was younger. There wasn't like really teams per se. I mean, I feel like just like individual runners. I don't really have a particular favorite or like idol. I feel like I just look up to like Ellie Career and um, oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm like blanking on her name right now. She's one of the New Balance girls. I'm like blanking on her face. Oh, like Heather McLean and Emily, all of them. And I just feel like seeing just women in sports or Thing Mo or Keely Hodgson, just so many different, I guess, distances also of athletes just always inspire me. And even the people around me, I think also in college, like, um, there were seniors that I looked up to as a freshman that really just pushed me to be better and also made me kind of consider, I feel like, going more pro. In high school, I wanted to go pro and like go to the Olympics, but I was like reading books about like a 400-meter runner. I wasn't thinking about 800 or the 15, like I said. So I feel like it changed over time, but I wouldn't say there's like a particular like one person that just like blows my mind. I feel like even like men like Cole Hawker, like my partner Diego Zarate, like so many men and women I've seen just pushed me even more to like do what I'm doing. Mhm.
Like like I to me like no one like there's no like one person that like makes me want to, but just like it's more of a because I know that I'm never gonna be what they are, but just like looking to see what the talent is like how these like people that are like younger than me, or like I think I saw yesterday like a 15-year-old broke 4 minutes, and I'm like
Yeah.
and I'm like how are these young people that are like younger than me running these times that like 50 years ago no one was running. This was like how are
Yeah.
these like people like like I feel like this year like it's like because now but into outdoor season will like I think so many records could go down, and I'm just curious to see like something that I'm hoping happens. Like, can someone run the 5K in under 4 minutes, like averaging under 60 seconds per lap?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like
It
I,
is crazy.
cause like or like Grant Fisher in the 3K indoors, like that was like
Yeah.
it's like
With
those are
Cole
shot.
Hawker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like those two is like I think you get all those top 3K 2 mile 5K guys in one race. You could and it's not a tactical race. I think you could see it really like a 12:20s. I feel like.
Yeah. It's incredible because I train around Cole Hawker and Cooper Tier and like they're they're just incredible and just seeing like what they can do in the longer distances, it's just like man, like there are no limits in this world. And I feel like it's just, yeah, even for the younger people, like my cousin Cole Boone, he's like my brother. We're really close. He's killing it right now too in the 800 and broke the American record in the 1K. Like it's just like for his age, but it's just like incredible seeing what people are doing and pushing the limits. And it looks almost easy. And after you ask them, they're like, yeah, it was hard, but not that bad. And it's like, that's kind of what it takes, I feel like, of the calmness and the easiness of mentally going in and being ready for whatever, and testing yourself. And it's like exciting because I feel like those people get excited for that challenge. Other people, not that they cowered from it, but it scares them. And that's, I think, what makes a difference of that kind of runner sometimes too.
What else? So what pro runners do you know? Like a couple of them. None. Sure, there's all of them. What do you know? But
Like my friends or that I know, because I feel
like your
like you could say
friends.
no.
Like
Well, I mean, I'm dating Diego Zarate. He's a pro runner. Vince Ciotti, Neil Gorley, Rachel MacArthur, Lindsay Butler is semi-pro, but she'll be pro because she's so talented. So I count her, even though she's doing a 6 year. Who else? I'm gonna like probably blank right now because I'm not remembering. Um, Kate Mitchell, she's from New Balance. I know her from college. Uh, man, I'm blanking on people. Oh, Mario Garcia. Yeah. Ellie, I don't know her last name. She's dating him. I've met her before too. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so. Like the American.
Leather, that's what it was. Ellie Leather.
Oh,
Um, who else do I know? I know a lot of the Dark Sky team, like Adva, uh, I think her name is Angelina. I know Reagan and
that's a lot of people, you know.
yeah, there's a bunch I know, but like I'm not like I'm close with a few and then friends with them because my boyfriend, because he was in the pro work before me. I just started, but I feel like in college I got to know a lot of them and know the names and meet them over time. But I hope to, I mean, I didn't say Cole Hawker, Cupertier, but train around them. There's Derek and Ben Nagel here. There's Yassine, Yusuf from Texas. There's a lot of people I'm starting to learn by being around. Kaylee Edwards too. Yeah, a bunch of people.
Um, I guess the last question I have is are there any pro runners that you have not met that you would want to meet?
Oh yeah, like Heather McLean, Emily, Nikki. Mm, those are kind of my top. Oh, Ellie Pereira. I haven't actually met her. Um, I'm blanking on her name. Oh, Cora McGee. That's what I was blanking. That's who I was thinking of earlier. She's also like a big person I've looked up to. It's just incredible. Like I think she just was 29, I think, like or right there near 30, or maybe she's 30, but like she's just killed it over the years, and I feel like it's just been pushing past the limits and barriers. Um, I guess there's definitely a bunch. I'm just blanking on a few. I mean, Keely Hodgson, Olympic in the 800 meters. Love to meet her. There's definitely just so many more people I'd love to meet, and I probably will, hopefully. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think really for me, any like Olympian or pro athlete, I'd want to meet just like
Yeah.
which is also why I did this because I'm hoping to eventually like once I start posting them and start actually editing stuff because I keep procrastinating on that and like while posting like I'll send the links to the people they will show it to their friends and eventually it'll get to some of these pro runners
Yeah.
and like I will start interviewing pro runners and then they will get to someone that actually will offer me a job for this
That would be really cool. I mean, you never know. So,
because that's
um,
something I'm hoping for. Like happens, like it goes from this a casual hobby to this, it's just talking to runners about running and peep stuff.
yeah, I
To
mean, that I've seen so many people do that and they seem to love it. And so I think, if that's what you're passionate about, you should do that. And yeah, I mean, starting small is great and getting it out there. And hopefully, I've been like, am I your first interview or no or
no,
yes? Okay,
no,
okay, okay. I was
no.
like,
I've had
whew.
like 10. I think I've had 10, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's great. Well, if you ever want to interview my cousin, he's like my brother,
Yeah,
I can set you up. And also, I can set up with people here if you'd want to interview them.
that'd definitely be great. Just
Yeah,
like
like I know my
just
partner, he would love to talk. He loves talking and sharing his story for people because he has a very interesting story. I'm not gonna fully spill it in case you talk to him, but you
yeah.
should definitely.
Just as like and that's if anything I also like hearing about I love hearing runners story and like what inspires them, is it God, is it something else, like is it
Yeah.
like some tragic story that's like turned you like I don't know, like something happened that your childhood that like led you to like
Mm-hmm.
it's just so fun learning about what all inspires people and just learn people what like learning more about them and like once I'm posting it, like I'm sure like there's things that I've talked to some people about that their teammates don't even know about them.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
So like once I so then once I send to them, they'll show their friends, and then they're like, oh, I had no idea this about you. Like that is so
Mhm.
cool. So it also helps that
Yeah, it's
person
a
with their
great way
friends
for
too.
connecting. Yeah, it's really great for connecting that way. Hmm.
And you can meet your friends that like if I just done people I know, it would be like a few, but like it wouldn't be enough. But like this is why I was like, let's just DM like a bunch of people and then
Yeah.
just be
No,
like,
yeah.
just be
It's a
like,
great way for that because I feel like one, like you're trying to get to know more of like the running community and the pro community because you follow and see the races, and it's a great way to get involved and spread it to people that don't even really know about running too, or like other family members that may see this interview of mine, or who knows.
yeah, and just like it like gets me new friends, like friends that like I would probably otherwise never meet or never get to even talk to. So it's like then like they're like, oh, I know her, like oh, I know him,
Hmm.
like that'd be so cool. To just be like expand my friendship. So like after when I went to college, be like, oh, if I would like see you like running, I was like, hey, I know her. I mean, if or like, hey, let's go for a run sometime. If I'm ever by wherever you are, or something like that. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's
No,
like just
yeah.
like expanding your friendships and like, and because like I talk about running too much, that just bugs people. So I'm like, well, if it bugs talking to parents about it running all the time, let's just find people who love talking about running. Because if you're like me, you don't like I love talking about running. Like I just talk about running all the time, like all day long. So just like finding other people, like just talking about other people, but about it just makes it so much more enjoyable.
Yeah, I get that. I'm with you. There's something I don't actually know, which is really funny. You'll be like, "Do you know this person?" I'm like, "No, I know this person, but I don't really know what they did." And it's really bad. But I have a friend, his name's Derek, and he could just recite any time or anything. And I'm like, "How do you know all this?" So yeah, it is fun to be around those people like that.
Probably can't do like every single buddy, but at least like towards the top athletes, like towards like the elite level, I can probably mostly at least name relatively close to the PRs. Like
Hmm.
I know like almost all the world records, at least on the men's side. Women's I know somewhat. Although really like I didn't really like like well, look, 100, 200, maybe even the 400 I didn't really care about, but like seeing that has come out like lot more. Although things like the 5K and 10K, like I love watching, well, less for the race, but more for the commentary, which is what I
Mm.
also like kind of want to do. Either be a commentator for a race or interview, like be down the field, like interviewing the athletes, like, hey, you just ran 405 and 1500. How did
Hmm.
like that's something I want to do ideally when I'm older, like after college. So
Yeah.
just like solve this gets me young, and then so not young, but let's like just start small and then build it up until hopefully by the time I graduate, I will have gotten someone saying, "Hey, I've seen your work. Would you want a job at so and so?"
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to give it a shot if if that's what you're passionate about and your dreams. And, like I always say, like let the Lord guide your steps. So, like, just trust the path of it too, and you got to do your part, and He'll do His. So, it's a great dream to have, though. That'd be really cool. I could see that being fun because I also love talking to people. So, and excitement after a race and how they did, and even if they didn't do well too, it's just great to learn and hear from other runners too. Yeah.
Any other things, questions that I did not ask you that you'd like to talk about? Anything else that I didn't?
Um, I know. I mean, I hope like everything with college is going well for you. I don't know when you graduate,
I think
but
graduate next May or something around there.
oh, that's exciting. Okay. And where do you live right now? Where are you?
Um, Mount Juliet, but I go to college at Western Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any questions. I just I wish like you the best with everything, and keep up with the small groups and like the running. I know like you said that helps you, and that's when you find your groove, like your niche that like really keeps you going and pushes you, like sticking with it is so important even when it's hard, because I've been there when it's hard and like you don't want to keep sticking to your routine with it, but sticking with it makes you feel better in the long run.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so that's always a question that always like ending up. Push stop now. Where'd you